Hey there, friends. Back in London from my trip to Norway. And I want to share with you something that I think is the next wave of how we have to deal with all this unrest and discord in the world that's causing problems in the gear industry. For instance, I sent an expression slider to Old Blood Noise because it was my fault. I dropped it and it broke. And they said, awesomely, send it to us. And I'm like, in America? And they're like, yeah, send it to us. We'll fix it. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. But I got charged a tariff on that repair, even though I told them, the value's zero. It's broken. So don't put any value on it. And they're like, well, we got to look it up. And, the Royal Mail and I got charged a tariff. It wasn't a lot, but I did get charged money to send it back to get repaired. That's crazy. It shouldn't be that way. However, this is the world we live in. So fast forward, I have this pedal, a new pedal that I bought that we discovered an issue with the bulb. It's a dual modulation pedal. The left side is kind of like a trem and the right side's a vibe chorus, but it's much more than that. It's really cool. It's called the Fortune Teller, and it's a collaboration between Monkey Riot pedals and Hagtronics. Fantastic. I loved it. But the right bulb, the bulb that's used, the detection bulb and the LED bulb, it has an issue with certain amplifiers or certain electronic circuits where this sample and hold thing, it's subtle, but you can hear it underneath. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. And, this is why pedal builders need our feedback. So I told Mike at Monkey Riot, I said, dude, this is what's happening. Here's a video. And he's like, oh my God. He's like, does this happen all the time? And I'm like, no, it doesn't happen with this amp, but it happens with this amp. It doesn't happen in this location, but it happens here. They recreated it is the long and short of it. So he's like, oh my God, I got to make this right for you because Mike's awesome. And he's like, send it back to me. And I'm like, Mike, that's crazy because it's going to be like $40 for me to send it back. It's going to be $40 or $50 for you to send it back to me. I don't want to cost you that money. That's crazy. And he's like, well, let me send you a new one. I'm like, no, that's crazy too. There's got to be another option first before we consider this. So Mike found Matt at Blind Panic Devices in Leeds here in England, and they worked it out that he would cover this bulb, which is probably $1 for this bulb, and that Matt would fix it, charge Mike, and boom, we're covered. I don't have to ship it back. I don't lose it for a couple of weeks. It doesn't cost Mike all this money he was going to pay for me to ship it back and then ship it back. This is the new way of the future, I think, is that manufacturers are going to have to build alliances, not just pedals. They have to build alliances so that we can get around this because it's out of control. I had a friend who bought a pedal in the United States recently and then paid a $200 tariff on top of it. So if something goes wrong, what are we going to do? Alliances. It's the same thing we need to do in the music business amongst artists and players, but builders in the gear industry. Think about this. This is the way to go, and this is the way to deal with all this madness.